What is in this box has me super excited, and I'm sure it doesn't matter whether you're a homeowner, hardcore DIYer, or even a contractor, you are going to be super excited as well because this saw is a game changer. This is Skil's PWR Core 20. They're claiming extreme power and performance. It's the power of 40 volts. This is going to use two 20-volt batteries. It says it will cut 3 by material in one pass, and you will get up to 600 cuts per charge. The motor's brushless. It's got an electric brake to bring the blade to a stop quicker, which is safer. It's got an integrated dust port, which helps to maintain a clean workspace. It comes with a 24 T-Fus's carbide tip saw blade, and it has their dual port auto Pwr Jump Charger. Charges 2 PWR Core 20 batteries simultaneously. The good part about that Jump Charger is if you had just one more cut to make and you had 2 dead batteries, you put those 2 dead batteries on that Jump Charger, and within like a few minutes, you have 25% charge, enough to make multiple cuts and get you through your workday. So you can kick back with a stogie and some beers. Another great thing is they're giving you a 5-year warranty on this tool, but remember, registration is required. Let's get this thing assembled, go over some more of the features, and then we're gonna test it to confirm or dispel Skil's claims. Saw has a rafter hook, which is really nice. It also has on-board tool storage for the blade wrench. Pretty cool. One of the things that I've noticed over the last few years is that my Skil saws have been much better at making the adjustments for the bevel and for depth. Those adjustments on the Skil saws years ago, they were very cumbersome at times. Now, I know this isn't Skil saw, this is Skil, but they do have the same parent company and they still have that history of making great saws. So this is a left line of sight saw, but that does not mean that it is a worm drive. In this video over here, you can see where we talked to the experts at Skil. They introduced us to this saw, got me kind of fired up to want to test it out. But this has a helical gear assembly or something of that nature. Maybe it's a direct drive. Maybe I'm wrong. Leave it down in the comment section below if I'm wrong. Go and watch that video. See what they said previously. Let's get this blade installed. So you'll see we have a little blade stop or an armature stop or whatever it may be. So we could throw our wrench on the tool. And then what's a little counterintuitive when it comes to left line of sight style saws, it's righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. So we'll pull off our half shaft washer or whatever the heck it's called, and then we're gonna put our bolt back in. And then we do lefty-tighty. We're gonna push this button back in here to hold our shaft. We're gonna hold our shaft so that we can snug up our blade. You don't wanna over tighten, we just wanna snug up our blade. That blade wrench back in storage here, real nice. Another thing that's really nice, before we make this cut, it's got onboard LED, so it's showing us our cut line. I like that. And we'll make one more because I want to confirm depth of cut. So a straight cut at 90 degrees, and that's why we did 3 passes. You're looking at 2 5/8 inches at 90 degrees. 2 5/8. 2 5/8. Seeing it? Skil says 2 9/16. So they're actually delivering a greater depth of cut. I like that. Under promise, over deliver. Next thing I want to go over is the bevel, the depth of cut when beveled, and bevel stops. You're going to see here that we have a single stop. It's going to be at 45. You'll see we stopped, locked down, but our bevel stop stopped us at 45 degrees. It's nice to have at least one built-in stop. It's going to make you more productive. You're going to be able to make adjustments quicker. If you wanted to go beyond the 45 degrees, the saw will cut a 53-degree bevel. We'd loosen our nut. We're going to push this little button in here, and then back the saw down carefully to where you need it exactly. Lock down your nut, boom, set in place. But for now, let's test the depth of cut at 45 degrees. Looks like a snowblower. So you'll see at 45 degrees, it looks to be right at, we could safely call it 1 7/8 inches. 1 7/8 inches. That one looks to be almost 2 inches. I don't know. Let's run it one more time. Yeah, I don't know. These first cuts, I guess it was operator error, because the last 2 cuts were at close to 2 inches depth of cut. Very impressive at 45 degrees. I know a lot of you who are watching must be saying, wow, that thing really throws the sawdust. And quite frankly, it's a great feature that has come over from its big brother, the Skil saw. We have a dust chute here. Does a great job of capturing that sawdust and throwing it through this top handle and out the chute here, off to the side, away from your work, so you can continue to see your cut lines as you're cutting, as you're working. This is a great addition to this saw. The other great part about this is that you can attach a vacuum to this handle, especially if you're indoors, and you can work virtually dust-free. Let's talk about the depth settings. You'll see here, really nice scale. We have full depth, it's marked off 3/4, you can cut 3/4 lumber. We have a hash for 2x plywood and lumber, 1x 3/4 inch plywood, 1/2 inch plywood, 1/4 inch. Let's mark it off for 3/4. Oh man, this is literally what we would do. You can see, we're set at 3/4 and we'd have full depth of cut. It's set to, it looks like it's set 7/8. What we'd have to do is we'd have to pull back our guard. We'd have to take out our tape measure. We'd have to measure it out, set our depth, lock it down. Now, it's built right in. And you can see, we have a little bit extra depth. We're set at 3/4, and our cut's about 7/8. So just be mindful. I guess I'm a little heavy. I can see my hash mark. It all has to do with getting comfortable and using your tools and knowing where the cut lines are, where the hash marks fall. That comes with using the tool over time. If we would set it down to right where that nut is, to cover our 3/4 line. Lock her down. You'll see, we're still a little heavy. We're getting there. I know a lot of you are interested in the bevel, cut capacity, and rafter hooks and dust collection, just like I am. But I know there are some of you that are interested in just how powerful is this saw. I mean, it has two 20-volt batteries. It's got that massive depth of cut. You and Vince, you have this 6x6 here. I mean, will this thing actually do full depth cuts through this pressure treated wood?